So let me go on record by saying I believe Trae Young is already better than Steph Curry. Remember when people were making fun of Trae Young, when people compared him to Curry? Oh, blah, 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 this and that. Did you know it took Curry about 4 to 5 seasons? Let me be exact here. It took Curry 4 seasons to average in the 20s. This man Trae Young is doing that now. In his second season, Trae Young is putting up numbers that are ridiculous. And people called others crazy when they compared Trae Young to Steph Curry. By the way, I want to make a little fair point here. You know what my point is? Trae Young didn't have Durant. Trae Young didn't have Klay Thompson. Trae Young didn't have Draymond Green. Listen, and this is to all you Warrior fans out there. I'm looking straight at your face. This is personal right now. Look at me right in the face, you Warrior fans. What did Curry do before he got that bailout injury, huh? He was out here getting smoked. He didn't even put half the numbers that Trae Young is putting up right now. So I want to look at y'all straight in the face. I want all the smoke. And that's just me to Warrior fans. Right now. Y'all terrible. Y'all are trash. Your organization just got exposed. Draymond Green is overrated. Y'all paid him $100 million. Look at y'all now, huh? Look at y'all now. Trae Young out here putting up better numbers than Steph Curry. I'm right here. Where y'all at? I'm right here. Take it away, Mr. Steph Curry.
Okay, first of all, Trae Young hasn't won an MVP yet, so we're going to stop.
And he will win an MVP. It's only his second season.
Okay,
Rather putting numbers up like that.
Then my next point is Trae Young is the focal point of their offense.
Curry wasn't the focal point?
No, Monte Ellis.
That's a very good point.
You remember Monte.
That's a very good point.
Nobody's shooting more if Monte's on the court.
That's true. But even when Monte was out the picture, Trae Young is still putting up better numbers than when Monte was out the picture for the first time, which is 2012.
Well, that goes to my second point. It's a different era because of Steph Curry. The way basketball is played.
And now somebody has out-dueled Curry.
No, but he's living off that era. Curry had to create his era, which really didn't start going into effect until 2016.
I don't care about eras. What is this, a LeBron versus Jordan era versus era? I look at the numbers, and the numbers say in his second season, he's putting up better numbers than Curry. And if there were a 4-point line, I would take my man from the Hawks over Curry. Because this brother shoots from half court. Like it's just a regular free throw.
Who made that up? Who made it allowed in the NBA?
I don't care who paved the way. I don't care about who paved the way.
When you're paving the way, you're putting down the bricks, it takes more time than somebody to run across them.
Paving the way doesn't produce numbers.
Exactly.
Curry, well, that's a good point. See, I just punched myself in the nuts here. Paving the way, my point here is this. Here's my point. At this given time, at this stature of their careers, right now, the way has been paved. Curry already made the way. It has been made already.
Yes.
The way has been made. Curry has a full license to do whatever he wants, right? Before he went down, Trae Young was posting better numbers than Curry. That's what I'm saying. Can you admit that Trae Young was having a better season than Curry as it stands?
Yes, he was having a better season than Curry.
Okay, thank you. That's what I want to hear.
But we know this. Curry goes through slumps. So judging Curry on a 5-game span isn't really fair, in my opinion, because we've seen him have little spouts of not performing and then later on going on a tear.
Trae Young is going to lead the Hawks to the playoffs.
They're in the East, though.
I don't want to hear it.
They're in the East.
I don't want to hear it.
Who else is in the East?
I don't think this Warriors team can make the playoffs in the East.
Who else is in the East?
The 76ers, the Celtics, the Bucks.
Now, who else after that?
76 Celtics, Bucks. There's other teams there, man. Keep take it from here.
Exactly, right? There's nobody else. Nobody else.
Keep talking.
To go. So, who are you looking at? The Pistons, the Miami Heat.
The Miami Heats are no scrubs. They no scrubs, and I don't.
Would they make the playoffs in the West?
No.
Exactly.
The Raptors, they just came off.
Would they make the playoffs? Yeah. And the reason they went to the championship is gone.
They just came off.
But Siakam is playing well. Siakam's playing well.
All right, so look, I will say this. This is looking very ugly right now. The East is not looking too good. But to compare, stop looking at this because it don't look too good. But to compare, look, if the Warriors were in the East, I wouldn't put them in the playoffs either. As they are right now, I wouldn't put that Warriors team
Oh, yes.
in the playoffs.
Yes, I would. Draymond
You
and
would?
Steph.
Draymond and Steph. Draymond averaging 0.3 points per game and one
Draymond's
little.
still getting his feet under because the last 3 years he couldn't do what he usually does.
And now he's getting the chance, and now he's
But
not doing it.
he became a bit rusty because they asked him to change his game.
A bit rusty. That brother has
It's been
turned.
3 years.
That brother has
Of
turned
course,
into.
it's been 3 years.
That brother has turned into the Tin Can Man from The Wizard of Oz. Talking about rusty.
It's been 3 years, so when Draymond gets his feet under him, now they might
He
as well
better-
rest.
he
They,
better-
they all should rest.
he
this
better
year
get his feet.
and get one of the top picks.
He better get his feet wet because that man's $100 million in the bank.
Hey, he's fine.
$100 million.
He's fine.
He's fine. Not
He's
with them
fine.
$100 million.
He's good. That's guaranteed money.
Guaranteed $100 million. If I was a Warriors fan, I'd be jumping off the Bay Bridge right now. You heard?
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna have to edit that one out.
I ain't editing that one out. Anyway, don't jump off no bridges, people, unless you're a Warriors fan. Anyways, so continuing with the conversation at hand, I'm gonna see a headline.
Yeah.
JP Ball endorses people jumping off bridges,
No, we going.
and it's gonna be from a
He's
salty.
gonna edit it out.
It's gonna be from a salty Warriors fan.
They're good. I think it's actually best. One of the biggest issues that teams do, in my opinion, is they waste too much time trying to be a mediocre team. Just tank, get a high draft pick, and then next year it's on and rolling. A healthy Clay, a healthy Steph, a healthy Draymond.
So you're telling me Steph Curry needs that supporting cast to post the numbers that he does, unlike Trae Young, who doesn't have anyone.
I think Steph would have eventually gone on his team and started dropping 40.
Oh, but we don't know that because he
We don't,
went,
because he got
had,
injured.
he had his pretend broken hand.
He got injured, but we even see Steph do well when Clay sits, when KD sits. We've seen Steph go off when they sit before.
Not when he's playing with no Amari Spellman. You know what I'm saying? Omari Spellman. Who the heck is that? That brother.
One of them dropped 30 something the other day.
I mean,
did he drop 40? I think he got close to one of the. He was like the 41 draft.
I mean, somebody got to score.
But in terms of Steph versus Trae, it's
This
Trae
season,
does- no, Trae is not near Steph yet.
no.
No.
Even though the numbers say otherwise.
The numbers are saying he's the focal point of the offense.
And Curry's not the focal point of the offense this season.
Yes, but they play a different style offense,
Oh,
right?
so we're making excuses.
They play a different style offense.
Listen, Trae Young, I'm on the Trae Young bandwagon. Trae Young is better than Steph Curry. Steph Curry needs 3 other All-Stars to put the numbers that he does. And I'm not on the Curry bandwagon. Curry got exposed and he pretended to injure his hand so he wouldn't have to play for the rest of the season and get exposed. And you talked about MVPs. I think Trae Young will get an MVP eventually. And they're going to invent a 4-point line just for Trae Young because Trae Young is pulling from half court. Now, we should get going now because he has to teach a fellowship. Business meeting. So, with that being said, I am out.
What do you guys think? Is Trae Young better than Steph Curry? Do you agree with him? Or are you basketball aficionados and you know that Steph is still better?
We'll see about
We're
that.
not going. I think Trae has an amazing ceiling. He's a great player, but he needs a little bit more time.
I disagree. I'm out of here.